Well, hello, it's a hot, hot day. I expect you're all doing something else rather than sitting on the PC. And I forgot to put my lipstick on, but I'm sure you won't worry about things like that. Yeah, I could put my lipstick on now because there's nobody here, is there? So I could actually put it on right now if I wanted to. Oh, hi there. I was just going to sneak putting my lipstick on because I thought nobody was here. But there you go, you see, you sneaked up on me. Oh gosh. Now I've dropped the top. Hi, Dee. Oh, it's so hot, isn't it? Let me put my lippy on. Won't be a moment. Yeah, it's roasting here and I'm absolutely, even my lipstick's melted. I'm risking putting a bit of lipstick on my sore mouth. Hi everybody. Hi Addie. Hi Chrissy. Hi Ian. Hi Dee. Hi Candy's girl. I think that's everybody. Oh, hello Dee. I missed you. Well, I've had quite an eventful week. That's why you've not seen me. Because I went to the dentist, which is no big deal. Everybody goes to the dentist. And she was doing a filling at the top. Oh, hi. Hi there, Kelly. And she had to numb it really well because I was very sensitive and I kept ouching and ooching when she was drilling. So on the way back home, she said to me, be careful you don't bite your lip. Famous last words. So I had a tuna, very soft tuna mayonnaise sandwich. And I thought, what am I chewing on? It shouldn't be anything hard, you know. And I found I was chewing my tongue. And then when I wasn't chewing my tongue, I was chewing the inside of my mouth. And it came up, it came up like I'd had lopsided lip filler. It was such a mess. And it was so sore inside, I still got the ulcer there. So that's why you've not seen me, because I looked a bit of a clown. I'm sure you would have had a good laugh with me. It's still a bit swollen, as you can see. All there. But it's a heck of a lot bigger than it was. Bigger? No, a heck of a lot better than it was. It's no bigger than it was. Oh, that's a good start. Oh, I've lost all my... Yeah, I know I had with bad eyes the other week, and now I've got a hamster cheek, yeah. Maybe I've got hamster cheeks on my own, actually. Oh, hi, Kim. Hi. No, it's just there. Can you see? It was all swollen out here. It was a right mess. Oh, yeah, I think I need a full set of dentures. She's talking about taking another one out on that side. I won't have anything left to chew with. Hi, Mimi. Hi, Jan. Yes, I've always taken care of my teeth, but I think you're right. It's the meds I'm on. They take me all. They swapped them again. So Lord knows what's going to happen to me this time. How did you get on at your craft, Kim? Excuse me, I'm dripping already. I know I saw your post on Facebook where you had your table set up and all your stuff on it, yeah. Oh, dental troubles. I mean, I've always taken care of my teeth, so this is why it's a shock to me when I'm getting old like that. You know, everything's going wrong, you know. Yeah, I've got a fan trained on me as well. My overhead fan on the light has decided to start making a really, really loud noise, so I couldn't put it on because it's, you know, look at my hair, it's way through again. I just dried it all off. And, oh, you did well there. You did well, Kim. Yeah. Oh, I mean, the filling's not actually hurting. The filling isn't bothering me at all. Well, I had two fillings, one there, one there. It's the lip that bothers me. It's still hurting when I eat anything. I pretend that all the time, but I do. I'll show you what I've been buying. Yeah. drooling. I probably was drooling on the way home, actually, because this lip was all... That's why I chose a very soft sandwich. I thought, well, you know, tuna mayonnaise, all nice and soggy. Not that Kelly would like that, because Kelly doesn't like soggy sandwiches. But very good, Ian. I wish that I had looked. Yeah, it's terrible looking, isn't it? When you're going home and you don't have a mirror on you, so you have to call in the shops and stuff, and you don't know, you sort of, you know, it's a bit like Dudley Moore in that film. What was it called, 10 or something? When he fell in love with a dental assistant, so he kept going back and back and back, having things done to his teeth. Hi, Esther. I'm not doing bad today. I'm melting a little bit. As you can see from the hairstyle, I'm melting. But it was a good day today. I went down to see Kelly and her boys, and I met Aaliyah as well. So I'm getting lines. Look, because I've got a mustache. Ooh, don't like that. I'm getting vain in my old age as well, yeah. It was a lovely day, actually. It's lovely to go down. Kelly always comes to me, and she's always on time because she's got to go back and pick the boys up, etc. So I decided to go down there today, with her permission, of course. I didn't just launch myself on her. And we had a good day, yeah. We was discussing crochet and knitting. What else would we be talking about? Putting the world to rights, as usual. Discussing Kelly's missing order that seems to have got lost. We all have that one order, don't we, that goes missing. Hi, little Eve, or little Knit Eve, I should say. No, I think there's a problem with the payment, isn't there, Kelly? It's not from ice, yeah. Yeah, we had a good day. It was so hot, I was melting. Hi, Jeanette. Yeah, it's really hot, isn't it? I tried to do some crocheting at Kelly's, but I crochet from the middle of the ball. So when I came to pull it all out, I had this massive yarn bar for it all. No, it wasn't the dreaded D word, no. I think you should cancel it, Kelly, and try again. I think something's happened with the Sage payment. Oh, middle of a ball. What was it like, Kelly? Yeah. They actually sent me an email saying I hadn't shot with them for a while, and so I let them have it with both barrels and said why I didn't shop with them anymore. I mean, they're their own worst enemy. I mean, all they have to do is get a bad name amongst the crafters, and we all pass it around, don't we? You know, because we don't want the same experience. I mean, up to the last experience I had with them, I'd never had a dispute. And I couldn't understand, you know, why everybody was saying, oh, they were terrible and that. And then, of course, it happened to me, yeah. Hi, Nerdy Stitcher. My friend is busy up to her eyeballs, Beverly. She's just, I haven't even seen her for a couple of weeks. She must be run off her feet. But I do have a vague suspicion that she said to me, I'll come and see you next week, which she didn't manage to. And I think she said she was going away. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, most places are good with customer service, aren't they? You know, if you have a problem, you just tell them about it, and they're really, really good. That's why I think on Monday, Kelly, you should have a word with them, and yeah, I know I had a occasion to ring Dee to find out what happened to my order, and it was like, well, we're doing what was it, rearranging the warehouse, and with this and with that, and what I thought was no excuse. Hi Daphne, hey Daphne. I need to get my yarn out and show you all what I bought. I went on Wool Warehouse, as you can tell by the lovely little bag here, and they had some Drops cotton. Now I've had Drops cotton before, and I had the Drops light, and I finished up giving it all away because I just could not use it. But I've had the Drops in the Muskrat. This feels more mercerized. It's actually a lot darker colour. It's more of a dark denim. I don't know whether it has a colour. They never do these things. No, it's just got a colour, and I'll have to put my glasses on. Yeah, I almost felt I should have apologised, Kim, for ordering when they were doing a the warehouse thing. It's colour 36. I don't know its colour name, but it's looking very blue on here. It isn't actually. It's more of a denim colour, yeah. And I got that also in white, because you can't go wrong with white cotton, can you? It is all cotton, I think. Yeah, 100% cotton. And it's got 100 meters or 109 yards on it, 50 grams. And then I also got a lovely pale grey. Yeah, muskrat. Or muscat it is, not muskrat. And you know I can't do names right, Ian. When I was going with my Eskimo. That's muscat, whatever a muscat is. Probably tops with it, because it's a summer weight, isn't it, cotton? So, I mean, I've got a bag full. I've not just got, a few. You love the Eskimo, yeah. I love the Eskimo. I can't help it. I was reading it round the corner. And I don't know why that reminded me of muskrat when it's muscat. I think muskrat's much better anyway. And then I went on Kemp's because they had a sale. Yes, I know, naughty, naughty me. Shouldn't be on any kind of sites because I've got so much to use up. But they had Serdar Suki. Oh, muscat's a type of grape. See how much you know, Ian, and I don't. Yeah. They had this. Oh, was it? I can't open it now. Oh, there it is. I love this Suki. It's got tiniest of sequins in it. Don't know whether you can see it. Oh, you can see it glittering. And they had this on. I don't know how much it was now, but it was very reasonable for Serdar. Serdar's is expensive, isn't it? So I got that in the grey, and I got it in the black, although the black, it does shine a little bit, but not as much. Oh, you can see the sequins a little bit in the black. And then I've got this one, which I think is absolutely lovely, although I don't suit beige, but I think it's beautiful. It's called Serdar Suki. And at the moment, it's on sale at Kemp's if they still got it left. And it's ridiculously cheap for Serdar. Because as you know, Serdar's always a lot expensive. But I do love that colour. It isn't going to suit me, but I really do like it. Little sequins. Woo! Little sequins. So, yeah, I'm hoping to see Sue. I always hope to see Sue, let's face it, yeah. She's one of my best friends, so I'm missing her now she's gone back to work. I wish she could. I don't wish her to be old and she could retire, but you know what I mean. How can I do that? And today I decided to start an order at Kelly's house, and then I discovered I can remember what bust size I'm supposed to be doing, but I can't remember how long she wants it, so I'm going to get back in touch with her. I've got it all written down. It's written down on Etsy somewhere, I swear it is. And, oh, I know, we have a natter. You should be a fly on the wall when I'm talking to Kelly. We put the world to rights, don't we, Kelly? What, the Suki? It's not, look on eCemps. They may not post to America. I don't know if you're in America. It was very, very cheap. I shouldn't say cheap. My price. You can take that how you will. Yeah. Now I'm doing another one of these. I've had an order for another one of these. The pattern is still on Etsy if you want to get it. Still there. Yeah, I should say reasonable. Serta's never cheap. But it was really, I couldn't leave it there. If you know what I mean. Couldn't leave it there. Had to have. It was a need to have. Yeah. Oh, Hannah, yeah. She's just got a video up today, I think. It's a red cardigan. I haven't watched it yet, of course. Yeah, I just started it. But it's actually looking a bit maroon now. It's more of an aubergine purpley colour. Aubergine. So corner to corner. Yeah. So I'm hoping I can find the rest of her measurements. I mean, I know the width. That's stuck in my mind. The width of it. But the length of it didn't. I had 2 new shawl books today, which I won't say I'm disappointed with, but I think they're a little bit expensive. £12 each, and look how tiny they are. The shawl project, that's the better one. This one, part 1, book 1, isn't that brilliant. But I can't believe how small it is for £12. Yeah. Such a little book. There's only about 3 or 4 books, patterns in it. That's I don't know how that's into a shawl. I really don't know. It just looks like a doily at the moment. That one's a nice one. It's like a neck scarf. Yeah. They're quite expensive, for £12 each. I don't know how many dollars it is. You'd have to look it up. I'm not very au fait with things like that. Some people can just go, dong, but that's another one. I don't think you can see it very well. It's another shawl that's in this first book. But I can't say I'm impressed with them for the £12. I mean, what's the name of it again? They call the Shawl Project. There's about 4 books, I think. This one's book 1. Hi, Charlene. And they don't even show you the full shawl. They just show you part of that one. Hi, Anita. And that's just a stole, I think, that one. I call them stoles when they're long and straight like a scarf. That's it in book 1. I don't know why I skipped book 2. Maybe I didn't fancy. Oh, hello, Denise. Are you back home yet? Who makes good shawls? I'm missing things. I'm that busy looking out of it. Oh, you've got to go to Michael's. It's like part of you. No, I do like the stitch on that one. Can you see it? Really pretty, that one, isn't it? How's your sunburn, Denise? got a bit burnt, didn't you? That's another of the shawls. I say this with this new camera, you know, it's quite good. I keep meaning to listen to Fiver Spider because he does these books, doesn't he? And I don't like listening to things in bits and pieces. I'd like to be able to go from one video to another video until I finish the book. Yeah. This one is one we were talking about Hannah a minute ago. Hannah's done this shawl. It's got I don't know what colour she did it in, but she did this one. Oh, heat stroke. Yeah, I've had heat stroke. It's not funny. And that's another one of those, what I call them, like wedges of cheese. You know, that shape. I think they could have chosen brighter colours or a whiter background so that you could actually see them. Yeah. Yeah, I want to line them up, Fiver Spider's books, and listen to, you know, as if I was listening to, you know, like, you know what I mean. And I like the front cover one on there. That's pretty. I know when you get, I had it once, heat stroke. I was hallucinating. It was terrible. Yeah, I think if anything, I think I like the book 3 the better. It was through Hannah, actually, that I'd looked at these, but I thought, no, I'm not buying them, not buying them. And then I saw them on somebody else's page, and I thought, oh, go on then. Treat yourself. No, when I had heat stroke, I was hallucinating. I was all over the spot. Yeah. Anna Green Gables, yeah. Oh, I'm wet through. Absolutely ringing wet through. What is it? Animals glow. Oh, no, animals sweat. Is it something else? And ladies glow. Well, I'm doing a lot of glowing because my hair's ringing wet through. You can probably see it's wet through now. Ah, Jolly D. And because it was so much free postage and I didn't have enough, I treated myself to one of these yarn slipper things. I've got one somewhere and it's somewhere safe. So I'm not taking this out of the packet until I put it on a string for around my neck. Because it wasn't on a string and I seem to have... I haven't lost it. It's in the house. Oh, glistening. Well, I'm doing an awful lot of glistening today. So that's going in there anyway. And this is a bag that Sue bought me 1 year. I've had it a while. So, you know me and my bohemian and gypsy type bags and things. She got me one in red and one in green here. I couldn't do with 111. I'm passing out here at 80. And it's just hot, hot, hot. Yeah, it's lovely. And I don't know where she got it from, but she got me one in like an olivey green as well. But I love this. I love anything glittery. I think it's Jenny who likes things glittery as well, doesn't she? And guess what I've forgotten to bring? I've forgotten to bring my drink. All I have is a little bit of coffee. But it's fresh coffee, so it's got all bits in the bottom, so I can't drink too far down now. I'm still working on the sleeves of my chunky cardigan. So I'm still working on the sleeves. I'm doing 2 at once because I'm sort of running out of yarn. So I'm just doing them as far as I can. And they may finish up with either a different colour for the border, or they may finish up with shorter sleeves. Oh, and everybody's been buying yarn bowls, and so I couldn't afford one. So I went into the charity shop and I got my own little yarn bowl. It's very heavy glass, £2. Hi, Brittany. So that's my yarn bowl. It works. You don't all have to have fancy ones. I had yarn bowl envy when I went to Kelly. She's bought herself a lovely one. But this will do for me for now, yeah. Oh, yeah, it works. You're right, it works. And I've got my wool fastened up around something or other here. Where's it going? Oh. I always get wool fast around my slippers. I don't know why. Oh, gosh. Using a plastic bin. You see the yarn these days, it's in such big balls that those little round yarn things that we used to use in the old days, they're not big enough anymore. Because bear in mind, when they were all the rage, yarn was in 1 ounce. You know, it wasn't even in 50 grams, it was in 1 ounce balls. So it was too hot to be doing this. You're playing. Oh, I've never wanted to try to do that yarn pooling. I used to get accidental yarn pooling years back when the first like wool came out. I'm going back to the 60s, maybe, or 70s. When it first came out, and you used to get strange patterns. You'd get like one diamond at one side and a diamond at the other. Then you get a bit in the middle. It was all 2 colours, yeah. And I used to use a lot of that because it knits up much faster somehow. I don't know why. When you're knitting something with colour changes, you sort of go faster and faster, don't you, when you're doing it? Oh, you live in the desert. You'd be like, what's she called, Cynthia? I am she. She lives out in the desert, doesn't she? I'd be scared of snakes and things in the desert. Oh, just got a news flash. Police officer in hospital after possible Nova check. I don't know who's spreading this stuff around, but I wish they'd give over. Scary. I don't mind watching a desert, but I don't think I'd want to be in one. Oh, I'd be scared to death of scorpions. I've seen little baby things. They're not proper scorpions that we have in England, but the snakes, no. And those funnel spiders or whatever. Oh, I hope you manage it, Mimi. I won't be managing mine. I finished my niece's cardigan, by the way, but it looks like it's jade green. It's not. It's a very bright emerald green. I don't know why my camera changes the colours. Oh, I don't. If there was a snake and it was a non-poisonous snake and it was in a tank and if they asked me, did I want to pet it, I would do. But no, my friend used to have all spiders and things in her dining room, all in tanks, of course, but oh my God, I don't like them. I don't like seeing them spiders creeping about. She kept saying, aren't they beautiful? Aren't they pretty? I said, no, they're not beautiful or pretty. I've got some red heart stripes. I bought it from, Warehouse, I think. They actually had some. But I'm not even attempting plum pooling. My brain couldn't cope with pooling. If I had to plan it out and stuff, couldn't do it. Oh, Well, in Scotland here they have adders, but I think they're poisonous. I don't know whether they're really, really poisonous or just you get a nasty bite. But, gosh, I'm sweating. I don't think I've got the neon stripes. I think I've got, I think it's bright stripes I bought. It's quite a jazzy colour anyway. All right, Kim. Well, I'm glad you had a successful day with your fair anyway. The other thing I don't mind are lizards, you know, little lizards and things. Oh. No, I used to have bad dreams, but that was on my amitriptyline. That was a painkiller I used to be taking. I had to stop taking them. I was hallucinating and everything. It was horrible dreams. They weren't a bit nice. I thought, this is a bit weird. Why am I having all these awful dreams? And then I realised it was me painkillers. So I said, you've got to change my painkillers. Oh, gosh. Oh, I don't like things like that. No, when I was on painkillers, I used to see things coming up the wall and everything. They weren't there. Well, that did me. I thought, no, I'm not. It's a nightmare, is it, talking about snakes and things? No, I was sort of, you know, as if I've never been on an LSD trip, but um, that's how I've heard people describe it when you start seeing psychedelic things crawling up the wall and stuff. But that was my drugs. Not drugs as in rock star drugs. I'm talking drugs as in prescription. The worst bite I ever had was from a spider. Luckily, it wasn't a poisonous spider. Yeah, it was just like an LSD trip, although I've never had one. I've heard people describe them. But, oh, I was seeing all sorts of things. I mean, I was married at the time, and I'm saying to my husband, don't let them get me. And he's like, get what? Get you? What? What? What can you see? And I'm going, there, on the wall. You thought I'd gone mental. But they were so real to me. That's why I can't understand people taking things like LSD for fun or, for social whatever reasons. No, not my thing. I don't know about that, Ray. Kelly's the queen of shawls as well as Sue, not me. No, it wasn't a venomous spider. It was just a spider that bit me. But I had a reaction to it because it's on my cheek. Don't know where it was. Must have crawled over me when I was sleeping, which I wasn't keen about. Yeah, I've had friends who tried LSD back in the 60s and that, and they said it was really hallucinations. You get really weird. Everything's in bright colours and sounds a bit complicated to me, that, Brittany. not Brittany, D, sorry, with the variegated, yeah. Oh. No, I'm straight-laced, yeah. You know, when they used to pass the marijuana around, because I'm like a child of the 60s, and I would always say no and just pass it round, pass it by me. I never wanted to smoke it or do anything like that. I think I must have been just a uptight person. I've got that beautiful yarn. I think I showed you, didn't I? The one that Claire Bob Wilson 123 gave me. I've never done any non-prescription drugs at all. I was just too scared to, you know. I'm glad I didn't now because I've seen what a lot of it's done to my friends, you know. Some of them got off lightly, but some of them didn't. Yeah, some of them are still weirdos. No, I've never done weed. I smelt it many times, walking down the street and on friends. Well, I won't say friends, I'll say acquaintances. But I've never actually tried it. Never even had one puff. Nope, not one puff. I mean, I don't smoke for a start off, so it doesn't really appeal to me. I know when I was suffering with my back and everything, my son used to say to me, you need to get hold of some and make some, you know, cakes with it and stuff like that. Yeah. I wish I had virgin veins, but they're not through, like I say, they're only because people want to take blood out of me every time I go to the bloody doctors. Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying a bit of medical marijuana if it was legal over here, but it's not. You know, I've heard a lot of people say that it would relax my muscles of my back and it would help me with the pain, yeah. But no, they took blood out of my veins so many times that they have to start looking for a vein now. All my veins have gone into hiding. They're like, no, she's here again with a needle. Well, you know that we don't even have legal marijuana over here because you know that little boy that was taking it for his fits and that. And he was trying to bring his medical supply into the country, but they stopped at the customs and wouldn't let him have it, yeah. Mm. Yeah, they reckon it's good for cancer, don't they? Mm. I mean, it may not cure cancer, but it might make them feel better about it, you know. You don't know, don't you? It's a dilemma, though. Even if you would think that you would like to try it for cancer, you'd have to, you know, risk going on the street and risk getting something horrible. Oh, hi, Zoe. Yes, you've got enough time to get the drinks in, dear. Yeah, I've tried the CBD oil, but it didn't do a lot for me. Our CBD oil over here is like, you know, there's no, they take that thing out of it, you know, that's whatever. Yeah, I've tried CBD oil, but I can't say it did anything for me. But as I say, maybe the strength I bought was um, not good. You want a Pims, do you, Ian? You don't want much, do you? Is it a T8? I know they take something out of it, yeah. My doctor doesn't prescribe anything, yeah. You've got your bottle of Crystal Light. I need to get myself a drink. That's my phone. Oh, there's no but message, so I don't know what that's about. Oh, it's from Gigi's daddy. I don't know how that came on my message because it's a... I don't know who sent me a message. You have to excuse me a minute, folks. That was a message thing, but it's... I can't find the message. It can't be anybody that wants me, can it? Otherwise it would be there. No, there's no message. What is going on with this phone? It's being stupid. Has anybody else got a stupid phone, or is it just me? Unless it's somebody who's only just picked up one of my messages. Because it tells me when somebody picks up my messages, yeah. No, I have no idea. Whoever it was, it can't be important. They'll have to text me again because it's not there. And it's going to die on me, this phone, anyway. So it's going to want charging up. Stupid phone. I know you're a techie person, aren't you? Oh, good evening, Marisa. My son's phone, he used to have, I think it was dun 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 dun. That was for his wife. Hi, Jean. Yeah, it could be. If it was anything important, they'll have to call me again, won't they? I get surprised when my phone rings because nobody ever rings me. See, Gigi, well, you definitely see him in August because I've got him for a fortnight in August. So that well, then you'll see him. But it's been too hot. He hasn't wanted to cuddle anyway. He's too hot. I know. One of my tunes is the Woody Woodpecker. And I've actually managed to get the phone to stay on the right alarm tune now, so I'm actually hearing it, which is rare. Oh, look at me, I'm sweating again. This hair's wringing wet through now. My forehead's leaking. On my other PC, I had a voice thing when I got an email. After a while, it got so irritating, but I couldn't find it to Turn it off. Exterminate. Yeah, I have to look like I'm on centre court, won't I? I think I'd look more like Jackie Stallone if I put a centre headband on. It looks like it's a lovely teal colour, but it's actually emerald green. And I don't know why it's showing up that colour. It's waiting for my niece. My niece is coming to take me shopping tomorrow because she was busy today. Yeah, we've got a Doctor Who fan in the house. We've got Zoe. It's been a little bit cooler here today, although I'm still sweating. Yeah, she chose the colour here. I said to her, you can have blue or you can have the green. So she says, I'll have the green. Look at that. Look at that in the middle of a ball of wool. Not nice, is it? I'm not going to have that lump. I'm right at the end of a row, so that lump is going. That's probably why I'm running out of yarn, you know, because I keep having to snip lumps out like that. I know it's supposed to be part of the texture of the yarn, but it's just too thick. It just looks like a big blob when you crochet it. I know. Zoe's a martyr, aren't you, Zoe? It probably hasn't been spun properly because now it's gone super duper thin now. I've watched Doctor Who, but I can't say I'm a super duper fan of it now. I watched it when it first used to come on. Many, 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 many moons ago. Oh, it'll come back, don't worry, Charlene. A good doctor never dies. My son used to love the hit. Now that's my phone telling me it wants to be charged up. My son used to watch The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy all the time. I just never got into that at all. It was a bit too weird, yeah, for me. Oh, this is great, isn't it? I'm not even an hour in and I'm yawning. Miss Matt Smith. My favourite Doctor Who was one of the really ones at the very much beginning. Was it not John Pertwee? What was he called? You'll know, don't you, Zoe? He was Doctor Who for quite a long time, I think. I think it was John Pertwee. Oh, hi, Ruth. Hello, I didn't see you come on. Sorry, love. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Not seen that one. I like all the things like CSI and NCIS and stuff like that. Yeah, David Tennant, he's very nice, isn't he? Oh, I'm going to get a drink before I fall asleep. Yeah. I'm so sad that what she calls left. Abby. Left NCIS. Won't be the same without Abby. I mean, this new nerdy one they've got to replace is just not doing it for me at all. I mean, there was reported to be all kinds of things going on behind the scenes on that with Abby and somebody else. I don't know, but you always get rumours, don't you? Sure, if it had been that bad, she would have left ages ago. Yeah, I had heard something like that about she got badly bitten, didn't she? Right, okay, I'll pass it over to you, Ruth. Everybody's having Pims. I'm just going to be boring and have a Coke. Coca-Cola, that is, not Coke. I don't normally drink anything with sugar in. Oh, Ziva was good, wasn't she? Do you remember the one before Ziva? Was she called Catherine? She went on to do another series, didn't she? What was she? Where did she go in? Kate, that's right. She went in with wasn't Rizzoli and Isles, was it? She went to do after that. Gosh, even my hand's sweating. I'm doing well, Christy, except as we say over here, I'm pegging out for a drink, so I'm just be talk amongst yourself while I come back with mine. I'll take my coffee back with me. I'll come back with a drink. Oh. Sheesh. You ever had Coca-Cola that smells of WD-40? Smells weird. Never mind. Oh, you can talk about me now. Yeah, that's fine. But I'm back now. Yeah, don't tell me what you've been talking about. Look, it's Saturday. I'm allowed to have a chocky bar. We're not allowed to have pit bulls in England. Do you know, this chocolate bar's been in the fridge and it's soft. That just shows how hot it's been. This is a whisper bar. It's like all chocolate. It's kind of whipped up. Bye, Zoe. Should be doing whatever techie programs. That's what should be doing, Zoe. You want breakfast? Yeah, we've had staffies, which is the nearest thing we can get in the UK to a pit bull. Oh, you got to make some shawl pins. I've never been able to do things like that, crafty with polymer clay, like people do handles, don't they, for crochet hooks and that. I'm just a bit stupid that way. I'm not very good at sewing either, you know, just knit and crochet really. I wish I had more strings to my bow, you know, I could make more different crafts and things like that. Yeah, that's about the nearest that we've got to a pit bull over here. Yeah. Staffordshire Bull Terrier. Mm. No, I'm not very artsy. I wish I was. You know, I watch these little videos that crop up on your Facebook and stuff, you know, where they do all this. And you look at it and you think, oh, it looks so easy when they do it. And you know full well you never do it yourself. Yeah. Rottweilers are as bad. I mean, Rottweilers can be little monkeys, but my son's Rottweilers were lovely. Well, graphic artist, that sounds really good. I used to fancy myself when I was at school as being a bit arty, but I really wasn't. When I look back at the things I've saved that I used to do when I was in school, I'm thinking they're more like Lowry, you know. Yeah. I'm getting little lines on my lips and it looks like I've got a moustache. I can assure you I don't. Perhaps this time I tried a bit of Botox. My son's, we've just lost our Rottweiler, well, my son's Rottweiler. And she was the softest thing ever, unless somebody tried to come in the house, you know. A couple of people have made mistakes thinking she's friendly, you know, but if she doesn't know you, you're not going in. My Gigi can be a monkey when he wants to. Yeah, he's a little so-and-so Gigi when he feels like it. He always goes for the back of my son's legs when he comes in. There's something. My son always wears shorts, I should say. It doesn't matter whether it's snowing or what, he wears shorts. So for some reason or other, Gigi doesn't like the back of Arian's legs. No, when Arian got his Rottweiler, they knew the mum and the dad. They were friends of his. One friend had the mum and another friend had the dad. So they knew what temperaments her mum and dad were before they bought her. She wasn't like bred in a farm or anything like that. She was a homebred dog. So they wanted to breed from her one litter, but they brought the Rottweiler male who was really, really huge. And she chased him round the yard and he fled into her kennel and was there quivering and he wouldn't come out. So we guessed that she really didn't fancy him. So there was never any pups. Yeah, and this dog was twice her size, this male dog, but she had him running for his life. Gigi's been too hot. He's not wanting me to hold him, which is very, very strange. He's just been too warm. I've had all the fans on, the overhead fans, the bottom fans for him. I even bought him a paddling pool, but I can't blow the damn thing up. I think I must have no puff. I didn't end up having him tonight, no. They must have gone out and used him as an excuse. I wish I could. I'm just trying to think if anybody on the street's got a bike, you know, so I could just borrow a bike pump to pump it up with. But I can't think of anybody who's got a bike. I mean, the little kids next door have got a push bike, but maybe they have a pump, I don't know. I fell in love with my uncle's golden retriever when we lived in Wales with them. But he wasn't, how can I put it? He wasn't a petty kind of house dog. I wanted a dog I could take a walk on a lead, and he just wouldn't do that. He was just an awkward little monkey. Tinker, he was called. And I loved him to death. I had a boxer cross that used to beg all the time. It drove my son daft. Yeah. I used to have a cat that when she was poorly, sorry, not a her. I used to make him fish and boil it for him in milk, and he didn't give him the milk, but he used to have cat milk and everything. Oh God, did I spoil that cat when he was poorly. He had everything he ever wanted, that cat did. And I scream run. There used to be what was it called, a Nikita lived across the road. Yeah, it used to be the thing, didn't it, Ian? Boiling fish in milk, yeah. Yeah, I do think it depends on how they're brought up. I mean, my son's dogs are always well behaved. He's not nasty with them, but he lets him know who's boss, you know. He only has to speak to her when they do as they're told, you know. But she was trained to one word, the Rottweiler. I don't know what the word was, obviously. And that would mean she would attack. But unless he said that one word, she wouldn't. But she was trained to attack. If ever there was a sticky situation, you know, between my son and my daughter-in-law, she was trained to go on the defence. I know. One day I had no cat food or anything, and I opened up a tin of salmon for my cat, and it turned its nose up. I thought, you little monkey. Yeah, you think, what can I give him? What can I give him? No cat food, and it's going meow, meow, meow. Yeah, they do, and then what they do is they lick it, so you can't have it back again and put it on a sandwich. My son's dogs ate carrots. Yeah, they eat carrots. Instead of having dog treats and that all the time. They eat raw carrots. And they eat apples too, but you have to take the core out. Oh, Buddy next door's barking his little head off. It's not football. I think the football's gone off now. My house next door's been sold. That means Tony's moving out. Oh, I do hope I get nice neighbours. My neighbours across the road are quiet and you never hear anything from them. Very, very rare you hear a thing. And across the road next door to them, the house has just been let. And they were moving in like last night. And for some reason or other, this other couple who never argue or anything, we're having an enormous ding-dong in the middle of the street. And I'm thinking, I felt so sorry for these people that were moving in. I bet they're thinking, what on earth have we moved into? Do I block my shawls? I sort of do, but I don't block the heck out of them like some people do. I just stretch them out a bit and pin them out. You know, there's some people who absolutely stretch their shawls. Yeah, I do mine with water, yeah. I mean, I don't know how she does it, but Hannah, that, you know, we've talked about the crochet corner, she manages to block hers out like anything. I've never been able to stretch mine as big as that. My next door neighbours used to be the pain in the backside. And they've calmed down now, they're not too bad. But I just wish they would do something with the garden. It's just like I usually do wash them, rinse them in fabric softener first, yeah, I do. But the garden's like, I don't know, it's just full of junk and everything. And they've got 2 little children and it's such a shame because they could be out there playing, you know, safe from everything. And yet they just don't do the garden at all. And it's such a shame. And they've got one of the biggest gardens on the block as well. And he's only a young chap. He's not incapable of tidying up, let's say, or anything. But they let their children play at the front, which I know I live on a quiet street, but it's still quite dangerous when cars come flying down. And they're only little ones. They're only, about 4 or 5 years old, yeah. So I wish she'd just do something with the back garden. Pants. Trousers. Oh, you mean underpants? You mean underpants, Ruth? Underpants, yeah. Yeah, there are some strange people around. If you lived up here, I would have said it might have been my son. But he doesn't wear underpants, he wears shorts. He wears shorts the whole time. Oh, yes, we have some very strange people in Britain. We're known as a nation of eccentrics. We've got quite a lot of eccentric people over here. It's part of our character. You probably see more. If you stand on a street corner in Manchester, you will see some sights. Absolutely see some sights. It's like the League of Nations, and it's also like a fashion parade gone wrong, yeah. We're sort of a cross between stiff upper lip or weirdos. A lot of our people have never moved on from the 60s. We have an awful lot of still hippies, but they're about in their 50s now, 50s and 60s now. It's like me, really. I have sort of boho tendencies. Oh, we're lucky we don't usually get cops down the street. The drug dealers at the bottom have moved out now. I think every street's got drug dealers. I don't know where you live, but there are some eccentrics. A bloke across the road, he comes out sometimes and he's talking away to himself, you know. But if I go out to the dustbin, he always goes, "Hi, Johnny, okay," you know. So I don't know why he goes out and talks to himself. Yeah, we've got strange. We used to have a drug dealer living across the road as well. He wasn't a junkie, though. He was just a drug dealer. As if that makes it better. But you know what I mean? He didn't bring all riffraff to the house or anything. We used to have a lady around here that used to dance in the middle of the street. She always had an aeroplane in hand. I don't know what, what the aeroplane was for. Pervy Brian. I don't think we've got any pervies. We've had a few that sort of might have been a bit dubious reputation, on and off, yeah. You can usually smell the weed as well, can't you, when they're growing it? Well, once some respectable neighbours, what we thought were respectable neighbours with kiddies, moved out. The people who moved in found like a half of a pot farm up in the loft. No, it's not legal here at all. Yeah, they confiscate the weed and they do all sorts of things. Can't really say it's for your own personal use, can you? But what they do over here is they go over the top of us with the heat-seeking helicopter. And if they haven't insulated their roof properly, they can see the heat coming up off the roofs. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice listening to other people's rows when they all yell and scream at each other. We haven't had any of that until yesterday. The one day of all days they decided to have a row. And it was the day that this young couple were moving in. And then they were like, "Oh my God," they told us it was a quiet neighbourhood. What the heck's going on? Well, this is a quiet neighbourhood. Nothing really ever happens until they decided to have a row. How many balls have I got left? I don't know because I've lost them. Where are they? It's nice when you have a really tidy house and you can't find anything, isn't it? I want to know how many balls of wool I've got left, as to whether it has 3/4 sleeves or not. I don't think they'll ever make it legal in the UK. They might make medicinal marijuana legal at some stage, but I don't think they'll ever make ordinary marijuana. Oh, stop it, phone. It's telling me it wants to be charged up. I've got 2 left. Well, that one feels like a part ball. Doesn't even feel like a full one. Oh, it's going to have a different different edging on it. Otherwise it's going to have really short sleeves. That's the only trouble when you're not using a pattern and you yeah, it's nice when there's fights, isn't there? Husband and wives when they're drunk are funny when they're fighting because they always miss each other, don't they? Because of that drunk they can't stand up, so when they swipe each other they fall on the floor. So that's funny. That's my niece's cardigan. It's a free pattern from Ravelry. It's called Lena Lovegood cardigan. Well, I need to do more because it's too narrow to go into the armhole. So I do need to do more. So it's going to have a different coloured edging. That's no way around it. I don't think I'd like to see marijuana absolutely legalised, but I would like to see medicinal marijuana. You know, for people who've got things like Parkinson's and stuff. You know, where you get it like at the pharmacy, like you do an ordinary prescription. I don't think I've ever fought in public either. With anybody. I don't think I've ever had a screaming row with anybody in the street either. I've had neighbours a bit like that. But no, I think I'm too ladylike. I mean, I used to fight with my husband. He always won, of course, because he was a fella, but he used to be like that. But he didn't punch me or anything like that. I don't want to give him that kind of reputation, because he didn't do that at all. Our fights were more verbal fights, yeah. It's funny when you're watching drunks and having an argument because they can't stand up for a starter. And so they're falling all over the floor. Yeah, they're trying to get marijuana, sort of medical marijuana, legalised here where they can get a prescription. Yeah, you know when they're walking forward and they're going backwards, Ruth. I like watching that. You've seen them, haven't you? I don't know why drunks always walk backwards. They never seem to get where they're going because they're always going back all the time. Then you see them crawling along the road, hanging onto the hedges, don't you? I have never got in that situation. Why do your messages keep getting hell for review? Nobody's doing it. We had this the other day, didn't we, when we were on? That people were getting all this being hell for review, and it wasn't any of us that was doing it. So don't take offence if your message gets hell for review because nobody's doing it to you. It's just YouTube having one of its spats. Yeah, but I mean, how can they sort of ban it when you see people who've got like Parkinson's and that, and they're like that, and they just have a drop, don't they, of medical marijuana, and all the tremors and everything stop. You know, I don't see how they can say that that's not a good thing. You know, they're not going to get addicted, are they? Because they're usually only using it as a medicine. It's not like they're going on a street corner and buying some dodgy stuff off of somebody you can't trust, is it, you know? Oh, God, I'm sweating again. Oh, sorry, I'm glowing. So have you all been able to carry on with your knitting in this heat? I mean, you in America have had it much worse than we have here. I've managed to do a bit in the evening when it's cooled down. I can crochet better than I can knit because when I'm knitting, everything goes sticky. I know when you're sort of in the middle of it, you can't step away, can you? Or when you get like road rage and you're sat in your car in the middle of it all and you're like, oh, I can't go anywhere, can't go left, can't go right. Just make sure my doors are locked in case they decide to start on me. It's more horrific than British one, is it? I don't know how some people can. Yeah, Jeremy Cow, it's awful. How some people can show themselves up. You know, I wouldn't do that. I'd have to sort it out at home. You know, they go on and they're saying, my husband doesn't believe this is his baby. Can you prove it to him? And I'm thinking, why would you go on national TV and even hint that this baby isn't his? You know, it's awful. Yeah, it probably is, yeah. I just wouldn't. Whatever happened to me, I would just keep it all to myself. I mean, I had some years ago, I had a boyfriend. Well, I thought he was a boyfriend that sort of fleeced me out of a load of stuff and everything. And I was talking to somebody and they're going, and the next thing was the phone rings. Would you be prepared to come on Jeremy Kyle and talk about it? We could get him to say his side of the things. And I'm like, no, I never want to see him ever again. I'm not going on national TV, letting everybody know that he made a fool out of me. No. Oh, oh. People, when they're drunk, just do it anywhere, don't they? Oh, oh, hi, Christina. I know I can't. I mean, women who just squat down in the middle of a crowded street and have a wee in the gutter. I'm thinking, have you got no pride? How embarrassing. A cash point you're talking about. Somebody pooped outside of a cash point and then drew some money out. I once had to step round a drunk middle-aged couple who were having sex in the middle of the pavement about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Absolutely pissed out the heads they were. And they wouldn't even leave off when the police came. Talk about indecent exposure wasn't in it. just both, they were like, not nice people. I won't say they were down and out people, but you know what I mean? They were a bit rough, obviously. But in the middle of the day and everybody was stepping around them, and you know, everybody was obviously saying stop it to them, you know, that's rude and all that jazz. Well, they just carried on until the police arrived and separated them. I mean, how can you not know you're on a pavement? Yeah. Oh, God. What am I working on? It's a sleeve. A cardigan. My dad did that one time. They'd gone to the seaside and it was quite early in the morning. And they went for a walk, Mum, like down by the sand dunes. And as my dad turned this corner, then they were filming a blue movie in the sand dunes, rolling around in the sand dunes. Of course, my mother, she didn't see very well at the best of times, even with thick glasses, and she's going, "What's going on? What's going on?" And my dad, so I think we had to turn around and go the other way, yeah. Yeah, they were probably doing it that early in the morning, just so there would be nobody around. Oh, dear. I can't honestly say that the mood's ever moved me to do anything in public. Oh, dear, no. I've always had a sense of decorum. We talk about some subjects, don't we, on here? Well, the ice water, we're using it on anybody that is doing something untoward in public with no clothes on, yeah? Yeah, I mean, my dad said like there was loads of cameramen there and everything. It took a while for it to dawn on him what they were actually doing. Yeah? So it's not something you expect to see about 7:45 in the morning, don't they? I'm sure you don't do that, Tweedy, in public. Oh, gosh, no. It's bad enough when you're wandering around in your swimsuit, isn't it? How's Sue? I presume she's fine. She said she was going to come and see me, and she didn't manage it, and I'm sure she said she was going on a holiday. Because when I say, "Where have you been?" she'll say, "I told you. I was going on my holidays, I told you." But she probably did. I've got a terrible memory, as you all know. She'll be around very soon. There's always a reason why Sue's missing. Yeah, I'd be frightened of the sand, let's just say. Sand gets everywhere if you follow my drift. I've got something in my eye. Well, I'm glad you had a sleeping bag because it must be very painful if you get sand in your crevices. It's bad enough when you get sand in your toes, isn't it? You know. What makes you think I don't have a pattern that I'm just making it up as I go along? I mean, you get sand in, no places, even in a swimsuit, don't you, when you've been out in the sea? And you sit down on the sand again when you come back out the sea. And sand has its way of working its way into places. So it's not very nice. So I can't imagine that, even people who were doing it for a living, like these porn stars obviously were. I still can't imagine having sand. Ugh. No. I guess I'm a prude. I don't know about anybody else, but I guess I'm a prude. We had a streaker once when we had a shop on the main road. Oh, I'm going back 20 years ago. And I heard everybody cheering, and I thought, what's everybody cheering for? So I went to the door to have a look, and there's this guy streaking past, stark naked, except for a massive big pair of work boots. And I was like, my dad's going, come inside, come inside. No need to see that. And I was like, he's got no clothes on. And my dad's going, come inside, come inside. No, I wouldn't strip naked and run anywhere, not even for a year's worth of dishes washed. And I hate washing dishes, I should say. Hate with a passion. I'm all right when I'm actually starting washing dishes. It's the thought when I look at the sink and there's like a pile and I'm thinking, it's too many dishes. But once I have to sit down to do my dishes. I'm so pathetic. Well, the trouble is when you sit down to wash the dishes, my kitchen isn't arranged for anybody that can't stand for long. So you have to sit on an angle, trying to wash your dishes on an angle. I've never had a... Oh, yeah. I hate that especially. I'm not too bad with youngsters when they do it, but when you see middle-aged people and they've got their tongues down each other's throats, I'm like, oh, please, just, I won't say I like being naked, but I like to be almost naked when the curtains are drawn at night and everything. I'll strip down to underwear. But I don't like walking about naked, completely naked in my own house. I've got this thing I wouldn't like to sit on my sofa without my pants on, you know what I mean? Yeah, streaking was all the rage. Once they used to run across football pitches, don't they? And I mean, we used to have. Well, it wasn't me who had this couple. A friend of mine had this couple that lived back to back, and they were a middle-aged couple. They weren't like a nice figures or anything, and they used to strip off naked when they came in from work, and they used to do all the chores naked and everything. It wasn't anything like titillating. It was just like them washing dishes, cooking, and doing everything without any clothes on. And I'm thinking, well, that's what they wanted to do, then, Oh, yeah, I've been mooned at when I was out in the car. These young men came up to us at the traffic lights, and one stuck his bottom out the front window, and the other one stuck his bottom out the back window. And I'm thinking, oh, thank you, that's just really what I wanted to see at the traffic lights, bare bottoms. It's like Kelly's boys. One of them walked in without, I mean, he's only 4. Walked in front of the camera and she's going, people can see. And he's going like, no. Yeah. Yeah, my ex-husband worked with a guy who was a nudist, and they said to him, it's not illegal like to be naked in your own home, but it is if you're overlooked and people are looking at you. Yeah. But it's not an offence for a woman to be naked for some reason. With a man, it's indecent exposure, but with a woman, I don't know what it is. I used to be friends with a guy who used to go to nudist camps and everything like that. And he was always trying to persuade me to go. I said, no, thank you. I said, you can go on your own. I'm not joining you. I think it's a shock when you turn around and see somebody start naked stood in front of you. It's like, what's going on? Yeah, that's what I mean. They don't get, with men being naked, it's a major event, isn't it? But yeah, I've no thing about people being nude if they want to do it in a nudist colony and everybody knows that it's a nudist colony. If you're offended, then you just don't go in there, you know. That's fine. But I just wouldn't like to round the corner in the supermarket and go face to face with somebody without any clothes on. I don't know. I wouldn't want them lingering by me, with bread and cakes and things like that weren't covered up. Oh, hi, Teresa. I don't know why I've got this. Why do you keep getting held on review, Nerdy Stitcher? I don't know. It's not me that's doing it. I don't know why people keep putting you. But it's none of us. Oh, dear. Yeah, but would you really want to be seen around with a naked guy, Kelly? Yeah. I mean, I'm not ashamed of being naked. It's just that I wouldn't do it at my time of life and my size. I probably would if it was a nudist colony and everybody else was naked. We were on a sailing holiday once, and I'm not very good with my eyesight. And I said to my ex, we were on a sailing, trip around the bay thing, yeah. And this guy had said, we can't go any closer to this beach. If you want to go, you have to swim. And I thought, it's a bit of a long way if anybody wants to swim. So I said to my ex, I said, they're all wearing the same bathing suits. And he said, what are you talking about? I said, they've all got like beige swimming trunks on. And he said, they're all naked. He said, the beige bit is where they're not sunburnt. That's how gormless I am. All right, Ruthie. Hope you're feeling okay, love. Yeah, my ex-husband thought it was extremely funny. Yeah, they have naked bike rides. There hasn't been one this year, has there? Yeah, once a year they ride through the centre of Manchester without any clothes on. It's not something I like seeing. Wobbly large bottom sitting on the bike seat. No, thank you. I heard a rumour you're going as well, Kelly. Are you next year? I think we should sponsor Kelly on a naked bike ride. Oh, God. I mean, bike seats are notoriously uncomfy, aren't they? So if you didn't have any clothes on, Yeah, I can't understand breastfeeding. That's rubbish, isn't it? We're not allowed to do this. People might be offended. Gosh, people have been breastfeeding since there were people. One of the oldest things in the world, isn't it? How do they think babies were kept alive before there was any formula? I mean, you don't have to flash it, do you? You know, you can, yeah, you can just put a little shawl over them, and you don't have to sort of lob your boobs out and sit there with them all hanging out, do you? You know, I mean, my friends have breastfed, and but they're discreet. You know, they have a muslin shawly thing that's very lightweight, but it just covers over the. Oh, hi there. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's the men would all be going whoa, and all that if you. It was a gorgeous woman with her boobs hanging out, but yeah, they just yeah, a little blanket or something, just a little um, see-through kind of shawl thing. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, is how can they ogle a woman with half a bikini on and tell a woman off for feeding her baby? Yeah. I don't know what you're saying to me. I don't understand you, Milo. Oh God, we've got the nitwits back. Why do we get them? Why? Yeah, they don't expect you to sit in a dirty toilet, do they? Breastfeeding your baby. That's disgusting. I mean, most people don't want to sort of sit there in public. They like to just turn the cell sideways or something and be discreet about it. You don't have to. Weirdo magnet. I am a weirdo magnet, yeah. I get the weirdos on the tram, I get the weirdos on the bus, I get the weirdos everywhere I go. I am a weirdo magnet. The old babies have an instinct, don't they? Even if it's their daddy, they've still got the same instinct that they want to. Yeah, babies are not. You know, people who say things like, you should feed them at home before you come out. Yeah, right. Babies work to a schedule like that, don't they? If babies are hungry, they're hungry. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't breastfeed mine. It's not that I didn't want to. Um, but it just didn't work for me. I tried, but so unfortunately, my son finished up on a bottle, but it wasn't by my choice. It was just nature wasn't cooperating with me as a mummy. No, I had a big baby, and my milk didn't come in, so it was just one of those things. I just couldn't produce enough for him. Yeah. No, mine was I didn't have enough. Yes, you got to have a nice day tomorrow, Kelly. Enjoy yourself. Yeah, I've heard of that. I had a friend that was like that. She just used to produce milk like a cow. She just couldn't get rid of it all. So she used to bank it, for babies in the prem unit whose mothers couldn't breastfeed. Because when the babies are born really, really early, some mums just don't get their milk at all. So she used to produce tons of the stuff. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, back in the day, there wasn't all the technology to save premature babies, and one of the best things that they could do for a premature baby was breast milk. And of course, if the mum couldn't produce it, then, you know, they used to have like breast mothers. And she said she'd rather do that than let it go to waste. She was helping save a baby life, a baby's life. Yeah, I've seen programs on. Nerdy, why are you getting hell for review? I don't know. My baby bit. He was only 2 days old and he didn't have any teeth, but my God, he had hard gums. He used to bite. Oh, gosh, it's so hot. I think I've got enough wool to finish off 2 sleeves, but I don't think I've got enough wool to do the band. I should push on and see where I'm going. Oh, that's good. Look what happened there. It just fell apart. Just fell apart in my hand. I'm not having much success with this yarn. It's very, very pretty yarn. But it's not very pretty to crochet with. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we know it's good for a newborn because it gives them immunity, doesn't it? The immunity from the mother passes over on the new baby. So I don't think it would work if it was 6 years old. You just do it for your newborn, don't you? I mean, they did make me feel better about my failure by saying, well, at least he had 3 days, yeah? So he did get some immunity from me. But you still feel a failure. I keep losing my chat. There it is. It's not raining for a change. Yeah, absolutely not raining. We could do with a bit of rain because we've got all these fires up on the moorlands that they think were deliberately started, which is stupid of anybody to do that, endangering people's lives, and all the wildlife will never recover for years. And to think that somebody set it off on purpose. Stupidity. I mean, they've been fighting it now for about 3 or 4 weeks, and they haven't got the fire out yet. It's peat, you see, peat bog, peat. And when peat starts to smoulder, it smoulders forever. That's why the Irish used to use it for slow cooking. Yeah, they've been evacuating some homes over here because the smoke apparently has been intense. It's making people with asthma really sick because it's such thick smoke. I just can't understand the mentality if somebody would start a fire. I mean, I know you have them in America. You have like forest fires that people set off on purpose. I don't understand the mentality. Oh, it was a disposable barbecue, was it? Yeah, they're saying that the 2 fires that there's been near here were both arson. Which is, like I say, I don't understand. People who set fires for fun. I mean, it takes years for that, everything to go back. All the little animals to come back and everything. All the trees to come back. The habitat for the birds and everything. I mean, the farmers used to set fires years ago when they would stop using a field. They would set fire to the stubble. But that was always like kind of, controlled fires, yeah. But I mean, the wind changes direction and the fire shoots over where it's not supposed to. Yeah, the control fires are good for the land, um, but they need to be controlled. You should be not willy nilly setting off bloody fires everywhere. I mean, the farmers used to manage it on their own, didn't they? They used to just set fire to one field and, you know, beat it down to stop it jumping across to another field. It's like I will never understand people who are so horrible that they set fire to people's houses and things. I mean, over here in Manchester, we've just had a case where this couple set fire to a house and they killed 4 children. And they were trapped in the flames. And what am I working on, Deb? I am working on the sleeve of a cardigan. It's got a knot in it because I keep getting big lumps everywhere. Yeah, but set fire to a house where there's babies in it, that's... Well, I don't really know, Nerdy. I don't know whether they did or they didn't, but it's still a horrible thing to do. To set fire to a house where they know there's children in it. But that's the way some people are. Yeah, there's just been a spate in the UK of people wandering around with knives. I mean, they're obviously mentally ill. But I blame a lot of it on there's no room for them in mental hospitals, so they're sending them out, aren't they, when they're not ready? Then they go out and, do stupid things. This Coca-Cola is flat. Blech. Oh, it's still there. Can you see my ulcer? Not getting any better. Yeah, an accidental fire, like, from a washing machine or something like that is something that's bad, but it's not something that can be helped. But people who actually push burning rags and things into people's letterboxes, that's disgusting. The trouble is, I don't know if it's the same in the US, but in the UK, there used to be like halfway houses where people who'd been in a mental home institutionalized for years would go to these halfway houses to try and, get them used to being out in society again. But it's all these cuts and government cuts. They're now shoving people out into the world when they're not ready. If they spent anything up to 20 years in a mental hospital, they're not used to the outside world and they can't cope. But, they'd rather be in hospital because that's all they know. They're fed, they're clothed, they get the tablets at a certain time. They're institutionalized. And when you suddenly open the door and say, right, off you go, they don't know what they're doing. When you think of all the rabbits and the birds and the wildlife, even the little field mice and everything that have all been burned. Yeah, the ones who set fire to a house and then stand outside and watch it burn, Come on, they can't be right in the head. So I'm just catching up with the reading, in case you thought I'd nodded off again, like I did last week. I said, I've got to go because I knew I'd fallen asleep and I woke myself up, but I was still twilight. So I said to everybody, right, I've got to go. And I crawled up the stairs and just flaked out on the bed, still wearing what I was wearing. I didn't even get undressed. And I woke up the following morning thinking, what the heck happened? I just absolutely just went out like a light. Yeah, we have a lot of servicemen over here that are out of work, out of homes. I remember I had to go to the mental hospital when I was here to somebody that I knew, her son was in there. And she said, will you take him some cigarettes? I can't get up there this week. So I didn't really want to go, but I thought, well, I'll do. So I went and knocked on the door of the ward he was in. And before I knew what was happening, they said, come in, come in. And I said, no, I just want to give these cigarettes to Michael. Like, no, come in, come in. And I said to him, I've got you your cigarettes. And I said, I've got matches in my bag. And he goes, I'm not allowed matches. He said, nobody's allowed matches in here. I said, well, how do you get your cigarettes lit? Thinking he was going to say, oh, I have to go to the ward or something. And he went, no, we've got a lighter. I'm thinking, they can't have matches because they used to set fire to the curtains and everything, start fires in their beds and stuff. But they had a lighter. So, I mean, I didn't see the logic of that. They were allowed a lighter, but they weren't allowed any matches. Yeah, the light setting fires. You should ask them to be a fireman. Learn how to put the damn things out. It happens over here. People come back after years in the army or whatever, and some of them could have PTSD and that, and they don't settle down with their wives, and marriages break up, they don't see the kids, and there's nowhere for them to go, so they just finish up homeless. Yeah. It's my sleep apnea. It just happens. You may not have noticed, or you may notice that I just go for a couple of seconds or so. And then I go up like that and waking up again. Yeah. It's just something I can't help. It's just I don't feel tired. I just feel strange, as though my head's drunk or something. And then I just go. It's a really strange sensation. If you suffer with sleep apnea, you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah. I can be sitting here doing this like that, and I'll go to bed and I'm wide awake because it's far too early for bedtime. I don't know why I do it. I think I need a new mask, to be honest, and a new breathing machine. Yeah, it could be my blood sugars that are down or up. I'm fine, thank you very much. I've slept well for the last 2 nights for some strange reason. But like tonight, I'm going to be like that. And I go off here thinking, right, I'm going to bed now. I'm going to go really fast to sleep. And then I'll wake up as soon as I get in bed, and then I'm like counting the hours round. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I don't know how anybody lives in an LV. Full stop, really. I could probably live in a full-size caravan, with a proper bathroom and everything. The ones that are huge. Brought a horse home. Don't know what is going on. It's me falling asleep again. That's what's going on. I'm terrible. I'm not looking good. I'm tired. That's what it is. And I also had a big ulcer on my lip as well. So oh my goodness me, sounds like cavemen. Going in a cave. I'm addicted to watching those videos, you know, about tiny homes and hobbit houses. I'd never be able to live in one because I can't live small. But there's a load of people who do, don't they? Make hobbit homes out of cave bits and things. And make little mobile homes. You know, they'd be nice for a holiday. Oh, you're off now, are you, Christina? Right, goodbye. See you soon. But you see, it's there. It's just the same. And it's not jade green, I can assure you. It's an emerald green. It's the same pattern I've used before. You know, the one on Luna Lovegood. It's got the lacy bit on the sleeve. So I should be picking that up tomorrow. Thank you, Donna. No, I'm not going to stay up too late today. I've got to get up for shopping tomorrow morning. No, my niece doesn't want buttons on the cardigan. She likes them just to be loose. I like buttons on my cardigans even if I don't use them. But she just wants them loose. I think most homeless do have mental illnesses, whether they start off with mental illness or whether being homeless sends them mental, I really don't know. No chocolate milk because I didn't go shopping. My niece had things to do this morning. So I didn't go food shopping. We're going in the morning instead. So there was no chocolate milk. So I'm drinking flat Coca-Cola. Which is not very thrilling. Yeah, my niece, she came last week. We went to a different store last week. And everything was more expensive than what I usually pay. So I didn't buy as much. So my fridge is looking a bit like Mother Hubbard's cupboard. Yeah, it isn't waking me up though. Yeah. I mean, do we know why the coach took them in there in the first place? They were supposed to be on a football outing, weren't they? So why did they finish up in a cave? Yeah, I had pretty strong coffee as well. I had some, the ground coffee that you put in a cafetiere. But to celebrate a birthday, they went in. But that poor child's going to remember his birthday for the rest of his life. I mean, like none of them can swim, can they, or anything? Otherwise, they could have rescued them a bit earlier. Oh, this red shark keeps going off. Oh, there it is again. Yeah, I agree. It wasn't a good thing to do. It was monsoon season. They say it's going to rain again this weekend, so if they don't get them out, they're going to get stuck again. Yeah, I like good news. It's like when all those miners were stuck down below and got most of them out, didn't they? Yeah, there must be some air getting in there though somewhere through a crack or something in the ground above, because they're getting air. Yeah, they do look skinny. They're not eating, have they? A lot of them have got gastro trouble. They've probably been drinking the water that's in there. Yeah. If they get them some air and something to eat, be better. But you would think there was like a drain hole up above. So I just don't think that they found it yet. One that goes straight in. That they could drill a little hole, even if it's not big enough to get anybody out, it would be big enough to send supplies down, food and that. Because they must be getting air from somewhere, otherwise they'd all be dead by now. But that teacher will have hell to pay when they get him out. I think you might be looking for a new job, sir. Yeah, exactly. I mean, why take a load of kiddies into a cave in any case, monsoon season or not? I mean, one adult to how many children? About 14. I mean, over here, obviously, it wouldn't be allowed because you've got to have so many teachers, don't you? Or so many responsible adults, for each child. It would be a big ordeal for them down there in the dark, wouldn't it? Even if they can get some technology through there that they can actually talk to the parents, it's still not the same as getting them out. They must be very frustrated. But none of them can swim, so they can't teach anyone to drive and to dive, not drive. They're too scared of the water. So, I mean, why the hell did he take them in there? Yeah, I just don't understand his thinking. The Gulf Coast Shrug is the one I made in grey with the gold button, well, silvery button there. This one's the Lunar Love Good sweater cardigan. Now, it's very scary for a child who can't swim, expecting them to go through caves and that. My late brother used to go potholing when he was a young one. Lunar Lovegood was from Harry Potter, I believe. I'm not a Harry Potter fan, I'm sad to say. Never even watched one of Harry Potter's films or read a book. I'm never in the loop about anything. I'll probably watch Harry Potter in about 20 years' time, if I'm still around. Now I've got the hiccups. I've only got to increase every other row, and I keep forgetting what row I'm on. That's how bad I am today. I'm getting hot again now. Whew. But this one, it's a discontinued one. I don't know what the colour is. It's one of those that doesn't have the colour written on it, I think. It was Peyton's Colourful Twist, but it's no longer available. I don't really do fingering. The heat's getting to me yet. You can tell my hair's wet through. I'm going to turn my fan up a bit. It's only on number 1 at the minute, so I'm getting hotter and hotter. Oh. The overhead fan is the best one, but it started making a noise. Oh, you're leaving us, Craft Angel. I sleep upstairs with the fan overhead, but this overhead fan started making a real noise. So I knew if I was trying to make a video, you wouldn't be able to hear a word that I said. Because it's going, I think it's on its way out. I think I need to buy a new lamp. Yeah, I'll be okay. I'm just cooling down. I mean, before I had all the doors and windows open, but we're living on my own. I don't like leaving things open. Well, not wide open. I'll leave my bedroom window open because, of course, I'm in there. But I won't leave the bathroom window and things open because I have a flat roof there, where the bathroom window is. So anybody could. Yeah, you're nodding off as well. It's the heat, isn't it? It's getting to us all. Yeah, I've actually been sleeping for like 8 hours apart from a bathroom break, which is rare for me. Because that my eye makeup's melted. I've not had any on all day because I thought, oh gosh. Oh, that's better. I can't pull the fan in here either because it's got a short lead on it. Oh, hi, Evie. My son's actually got air conditioning, but I mean, he lived in Spain, so I suppose he was used to having air conditioning. So when he moved over here, he fitted an air conditioning unit in his house, even though in England it's not often that hot. But I bet he's glad of it now. But it's downstairs, so it'll be too hot in the bedroom. I know he will be. But they're not too bad because they've got the big dogs, so, you know, she wouldn't let anybody in the house if they left a window open. I don't know how she's getting on because she's a double-coated dog, so she must be really, really hot. I bought a little paddling pool for me and Gigi. Me to put my feet in and Gigi to see if he'll paddle in it. I don't know whether he will. He will go in it or not. He's not used to it. My other dog used to lie in water all day long if he was too hot. I used to get him a pool out and he used to just go flop in the water, stay there all day. But Gigi, I don't think he's used to water. I'll have to see what he does. I'm not going to force him. Because if I put him in the pool, he'll be even more scared. So if I put my feet in it, he might come and join me. You never know. I can't blow the thing up. I must be running out of puff. I'm just trying to think on the street who's got a bicycle so I can borrow the bike pump. I can blow it up. We've had pumps, of course, over the years, but we don't have them anymore. Oh my goodness me. Until Monday 16th, and even then it says light rain. So it looks like the hot weather's going to continue. I sleep under fans. As I said, the only reason why this one is the best fan, but I can't put it on because it's so noisy. He wouldn't be able to hear me. I don't like thunderstorms. They scare me. I'm a wimp when it comes to thunderstorms. I've got a tiny little fly that keeps floating past, and it's ever such a tiny little thing. My garage is the one that floods if it rains. My ex-husband put a grid near the edge of the garage, but the way he cemented it in, it only ever leaves half of the holes open. And if they get blocked for any reason, I have to go out there with my sweeping brush and sweep them. I've got the heater on. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it is. It's going to be snowing the other day. Where are you, Tweedy? I know. I've got. Keep going. It's my sleep apnea, Donna. Don't worry about me. Nothing wrong with me. Yeah, I might go early tonight. I've only been on 2 hours, but still. It's better than nothing. Blizzard. Oh my goodness me. You'll all be neighbours soon. Yep, you'll all be neighbours soon. You're all knowing which you're talking about. I mean, you didn't drive to the convenience store. Were your legs all right after that? Yeah, they build houses here over all sorts of stuff. Don't tell anybody. And then when the houses start sinking and things like that, then they go, oh, it's built over Something that was the pit, yeah. No, I'm not getting heat stroke. I am literally falling asleep. I'll be glad when I get my my breathing mask sorted out. Yeah, I'm so tired. At least I wasn't snoring. That comes later. Yeah, I'm going to hop off before I do fall asleep on you all. I'm sorry it's such a short video this week, but hopefully next week I will be recovered. It'll be a bit cooler. It's forecasted for rain next Saturday, so let's hope that it comes. Yeah, I don't want to embarrass everybody by going and go to sleep, because that's what I will do. Yeah, so it's lovely to have you all. Yeah. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Hopefully I'll make a video in between the week now when Millet's gone down. So I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Bye-bye to everybody. Bye now.